In today's world, anxiety has become an almost everyday experience for many. But have we been told the full story? In this video, we'll uncover the truth about anxiety and, separate the myths from the science. Anxiety is often seen as a momentary feeling of worry or fear. We've all felt it, that uncomfortable knot in our stomach before a big presentation, or the racing heart before an important event. But what if I told you that anxiety is much more complex and far-reaching than what we've been led to believe? The truth is, anxiety is not just a temporary feeling. It's a natural response to stress, rooted in our biology. According to the American Psychological Association, anxiety is a normal part of the human experience, but it can become problematic when it persists or interferes with daily life. Our fight or flight response, which evolved to protect us from immediate dangers, is still at play. However, in today's modern world, we're constantly in fight or flight mode, even when we're just facing stress at work or personal challenges. One of the biggest myths surrounding anxiety is that it's a sign of personal weakness or inability to cope. Many people feel ashamed to talk about their anxiety because they've been told to just snap out of it or calm down. But this couldn't be further from the truth. Research shows that anxiety is not a flaw of character. It's actually a physiological response to stress. And, it can be caused by a combination of factors, including genetics, environmental stress, and even brain chemistry. In fact, studies show that anxiety disorders are the most common mental health conditions in the United States, affecting over 40 million adults each year. The idea that anxiety can be easily fixed by sheer willpower is, pretty misleading. The reality is that anxiety is deeply intertwined with our neurological pathways, and overcoming it often requires a combination of therapy, lifestyle changes, and sometimes medication. Now, let's look at the science behind anxiety. Our brains are constantly processing information, and when faced with stress or perceived danger, the brain activates the amygdala, a region responsible for detecting threats. This sets off a cascade of reactions that prepare us to either fight or flee. However, in those of us with chronic anxiety, this response gets triggered too often or without any real danger. The neurotransmitters in our brain, such as serotonin and dopamine, play a crucial role in regulating mood and stress responses. When there's an imbalance, we're more likely to experience heightened anxiety levels. One groundbreaking study published in The Lancet Psychiatry found that anxiety is closely linked to lower levels of serotonin in the brain. This explains why people with anxiety often struggle to regulate their emotions and experience persistent worry. You may have heard that anxiety only affects the mind, but the truth is, it impacts the entire body. Research by the National Institute of Mental Health, or NIMH, shows that chronic anxiety can lead to physical symptoms like insomnia, muscle tension headaches, and even gastrointestinal issues. Over time, untreated anxiety can increase the risk of developing other health problems such as heart disease and high blood pressure. Furthermore, people with chronic anxiety are often at a higher risk for depression and other mood disorders, creating a dangerous cycle that can be hard to break without proper treatment. So how do we break free from the grip of anxiety? One of the most effective therapies for anxiety is cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. It helps individuals recognize and challenge those negative thought patterns that, really fuel anxiety. Actually, a study published in JAMA Psychiatry confirmed that CBT significantly reduces symptoms of anxiety, making it one of the most reliable treatments available. Regular mindfulness practice, like meditation, can actually lower cortisol levels, the stress hormone, and improve emotional regulation. In fact, a study in the Journal of Clinical Psychology found that people who practiced mindfulness meditation for 8 weeks experienced a significant reduction in anxiety symptoms. For some people, medication may be necessary. Selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, or SSRIs like sertraline and escitalopram, have been shown to be effective in reducing anxiety by increasing serotonin levels in the brain. However, medication should always be prescribed and monitored by a healthcare professional. Physical exercise, proper sleep, and a balanced diet all play critical roles in managing anxiety. Regular exercise has been shown to improve brain chemistry and reduce stress, while adequate sleep allows the brain to process emotions effectively. It's important to remember that anxiety is not a life sentence. While it can feel overwhelming, there are many ways to manage and reduce its impact on your life. If you've been struggling with anxiety, know that you are not alone, and there's no shame in seeking help. The first step towards healing is understanding that anxiety is a treatable condition. With the right strategies, support, and mindset, you can regain control of your life and live with greater peace and calm. Anxiety may be a part of your story, but it doesn't have to define you. It's time to break free from the myths, understand the truth, and take active steps toward healing. Your journey toward emotional well-being starts now.